Hello and welcome to Terraria Item Versus! In one corner we have the Dark Lance, in the other we have the Sunfury. This video was suggested by JK Studios. Best Reforges is godly for both. So this is the first flail we're testing on the channel. It's an item that if you hold down the button, you can spin it, which will do reduced damage. It will do damage faster. Or you can throw it, which does more damage, but slower. The damage per second is a little bit faster if you throw it, but if you crit a lot, this could be a higher damage option. Or you could cheese the game by just leaving it on the floor. I didn't even know that was a mechanic. I'm not counting that. So the Sunfury has a 25% chance to inflict on fire with each hit, and the Dark Lance has a 100% chance to inflict the Shadow Flame debuff on every hit. On fire does 4 damage per second, while Shadow Flame does 15 damage per second, so that's an advantage for the Dark Lance. But then you look at the fact that its debuff is the only thing that's better damage-wise. The Sunfury, as per usual for some reason, is twice as powerful as the Dark Lance stat-wise. It even has a greater base critical strike chance. And for some reason, every time something is good, it just keeps getting better and better. The Dark Lance can strike 7 targets, while the Sunfury can hit 9. I was losing my shit for a second because it's hitting 10 targets, but that's just because of the bonus that the armor is giving. I never test items with accessories or armor. 80 degrees and I'm still wearing my homeless jacket. The wiki says that the dark energy projectile on the Dark Lance also increases in size depending on your melee speed, but it's still hitting 7, so it must not be nearly as big a buff as the Sunfury is receiving. And now we can talk about the stats. Both items do not have auto swing, unless you want to count the spinning ball. Damage stat is 34 compared to 64, 30 damage difference. And once you add Godly to the mix, it becomes a 35 damage difference. Damage spread, you got 33 to 45 and 37 to 85. All damage spreads are going to be a wide range as the items are not auto use. So these damage spreads account for the missed input here and there. So that essentially just means they have lower lows. As discussed, Shadow Flame is much better than On Fire. DPS against one target. So this is the regular damage of the Dark Lance versus one target, plus the damage of one Shadow Flame instance against one target. Essentially meaning one guy's on fire while you're hitting him. So he's taking 15 more damage than he otherwise would. So this would be 15 lower if we didn't account for Shadow Flame, but since it occurs on every single hit of every single attack, it is counted. Unlike the Sunfury's On Fire, which is only 25%, so it will not be counted. Even with the added bonus, it is still literally half as much damage as the Sunfury. 3 targets, the high point is at least not half of the Sunfury's high point. You can see the difference that the Shadow Flame buff makes. It went from half as powerful to like 60% as powerful, which is still 60% as powerful, so it's worse. 5 targets, even with 5 targets burning at the same time, it cannot reach the damage of the Sunfury. I'm honestly amazed how powerful this thing is. And then both targets max out at this test. Dark Lance can hit 7, Sunfury can hit 9. All future tests, all 3 of the tests here are the exact same. If you get extremely unlucky with the Sunfury and get exclusively the lowest hits and miss an input every once in a while, you can almost do the same damage as the Dark Lance at its peak, hitting 10 targets all with Shadow Flame at the same time. Yeah, you can see the difference of the 2 weapons here. The Sunfury is much better. You got 845 to 1155 versus 1200 to 1900. This is almost Fetid Bagnek's level damage. Crazy output from this pre-hard mode weapon. And then the only number that matters, average DPS, we have 728.83 to 1085. That is a 350 damage difference. The Sunfury is mostly just gated by it being a flail and nobody wanting to use flails anymore. Sunfury, flails are known for their high knockback. Higher base critical strike chance, not too many items have this. Use time, Dark Lance much faster though. Sunfury, projectile moves much quicker. Rarity, Cell, Research, Best, Reforge, as well as Internal ID are all the same. Internal ID obviously is not the same, but even if the number is slightly different, it's in the same ballpark. And here's where it puts them on the tier list. Dark Lance's respectable 728 puts it in 4th place, which actually beats out the Night's Edge. That's impressive. And the Sunfury, even despite being the second C+ item, I really don't care for flails, but I do like how much damage they do. I'm very conflicted. 1085 is 200 lower than Fetid Bagnek's. You know, this is really sick. I love visualizing items like this. I'm very curious where other items are gonna rank. Dark Lance ID number 274. We did a video on it. And Sunfury 220. We did a video on it. Because my goal is not to collect a shitload of every item, it's mostly just to talk about every item. Although I still want a shitload of every item. So I hope that answered your question. The Sunfury reigns supreme. If you have any other item comparisons that you're genuinely curious about, leave them in the comments below and I'll do them. Why does the green cap give defense now? That technically makes it an armor. Thank you for watching, Wulfrum. Subscribe for more videos like this. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time.